Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Terence back at it with another video. How are you guys doing? Today I thought about something that's very helpful and that would help not only me but also everyone around you who's going to watch the video. Probably they'll pick up on these habits, right? You probably read from the title of this video that today's video is going to be about 4 ways you can cure your social media addiction. No longer are we in the days wherein people used to complain and say, um, and say, hey, look, this kid watches a lot of TV, right? Which is also a type of media, but it wasn't social media, right? Those were the early 2000s, but I think so now the addiction is more into Twitter, YouTube, Facebook to a bit, Instagram, definitely Instagram, right? However, this is not going to be a comprehensive video like an all-in-one solution to curing your addiction, right? Because generally nowadays, anyone you see, even in conversations or even at a hotel when you're at a meeting or you're at a party, everyone's like scrolling down, scrolling, right? So, generally these 4 methods is what I adopt as well. So hopefully it will help you guys as well. So the first method is, it's simple. You use your phone, which is giving you addiction to some sort of input, which is media, right? Social media in general. Use your phone to your advantage. How do you do that? You install this app called as Forest. It's called as the Forest app. It's been around for quite some time. If you look on YouTube, there are like thousands of videos about it. So I'll give you a gist for people who are not aware, and I'll also show you guys how it looks. It's right here. Where is it? I'm just loading. You see this? Yeah. So this is what it. This is this focus? Yeah. This is what it looks like. It's called as the Forest app. As you can see, it looks like there's a timer and then there's a tree. So what you do is, why this app is built is to improve your focusing skills on your tasks or on methods to be more productive by incentivizing you with some rewards, right? I know that was a very long statement, but basically that's what this app is. So what you need to do with the app is basically schedule a time, maybe 8 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 45 minutes, 10 minutes. You can choose whatever you want, whether based on whether you're a student or whether you're what do you say? You're in the job market, or you're doing something that needs something to be done. Basically, wherein you have responsibilities, right? And generally nowadays we spend most of our free time blogging, surfing, scrolling down our feed, etc. Right? So what this app does is, the Forest app, what it does is, once you set the timer, right? Unless you don't touch the screen, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. Unless you don't touch the screen and let the timer complete. Let's say you picked a task of 45 minutes, okay? So unless you complete the task of 45 minutes without taking pauses, breaks, etc. Okay? Only then that tiny seedling at the beginning will germinate into a tree, right? If you complete that 45 minutes, as an example. You can do longer ones, even 24 hours, etc. Right? I'm just giving one example. So if you've done your task of 45 minutes, right, which is turning the timer on, keeping your phone aside, finishing your daily task, being productive, and then once 45 minutes is done, that seedling germinates into a tree, right? And once the tree is completely grown, you can move it into your own personal forest, and then over a period of time of 6 months, etc., you can see data in terms of visual representation, in terms of graphs, or in terms of how many trees you've planted, right? And which means how much focus you've indicated throughout the day. It also rewards you with points, right, which you can use to buy different types of trees, etc., right? So that's a basic gist of it. So it's I think so it's based on the Pomodoro technique of focusing on a task, or focusing on a job that you need to do. So since social media, all kinds of apps distract us, this app actually can help us improve our focusing ability, right? So go ahead and install that. It's a free app. You can find it both on Play Store as well as Android, right? Once again, new trees, and this is how it looks like. You set the timer and you watch the seedling grow. And trust me, I'm also sadly didn't watch it, okay? But that's not what it's for. So you set the timer on, complete your task, finish the task, come back, and hopefully the tree is grown. Obviously, if you pause it in between, the tree will stop growing, the seedling will stop germinating, right? So that's the Forest app, and I feel it's very useful, and I absolutely love the interface of it. Check it out. It's on the Play Store and on the App Store. So it's totally free. It'll help you multiple times. So the second thing I'm going to talk about is about one particular issue that I see a lot of problems in with regards to social media. It's scrolling down your news feed, especially on Facebook. When you keep scrolling down the news feed, or in your Twitter app, you keep scrolling down on the Twitter app. Now I have uninstalled or stopped using Twitter long ago, so right now I'm just going to talk about Facebook. The method I found a way out of this is uninstalling the Facebook app, but installing the Messenger app. As you all know, Facebook was initially designed to communicate, so you can keep the Messenger app. It allows you all the features in terms of chatting, etc. That is all fine. But scrolling down your news feed, checking people's photos, likes, dislikes, all that, you cannot do that on the Messenger app, right? So go ahead and uninstall the Facebook app and install the Messenger app. Or if you already have both of them, just uninstall the Facebook app and keep the Messenger app. That will help you in your productivity a lot. Trust me, everyone just keeps scrolling down to see news. Why the hell? What? It doesn't even matter, right? So that's the second tip. Uninstall the Facebook app, keep the Messenger app. The third one I have is, I've also spoken about this third point in multiple videos of mine in the past. It is really important. It's really important that we get an outlet that stimulates not only our happiness, but also stimulates our brain at some level, right? And that is getting a hobby. I see people keep saying, no, I have this hobby, but if I ask someone what's your hobby, if I ask 10 out of 10 people, probably one person will say I have some ridiculous hobby, right? So everyone out there watching this video, if you're watching this video, get a hobby real quick. Trust me, I have a hobby. I'll not talk about it right now. I've indicated it once on my previous videos. I'll talk about it later in the future, but get a hobby that stimulates your brain and that you feel that you have to do every day, right? So what will happen is you'll start dedicating time for that, right? And that'll keep you away from social media. At least it'll help you be productive and using your time fruitfully, right? It can be anything, whatever you want. It can be, I don't know, collecting stamps, I don't know what weird hobbies are there, but yeah, right. So get a hobby that will keep you distracted away from social media, right? Which that is trying to distract you subconsciously for your endorphins or whatever, to stimulate your pleasure receptors in your brain once you scroll on the news feed, right? So get a hobby that will take some time out of your day and you'll still be productive, at least doing something, right? And something that you like. Obviously a hobby has to be something that you like, so identify something that you like. Do 10 hobbies. Out of that, one will interest you so much that you'll probably make it the purpose of your life, right? And personally, as me as well, my hobby has kept me away from vices such as drinking, binging, gambling, all those things. Okay, not going to go too deep into that. So that's the third one. That's getting into a particular hobby, right? If you all want to know how to find a hobby and etc., feel free to ping me. I'll create a video on that. Okay, that's the third one. So the last one I have is, it's not a technique, but it's something that you should do every day, right? As soon as you get up in the morning, right? Like some people I know keep their phones away, right? Okay, they keep their phones away when they go to bed, but what about when they wake up? Are they going to go back? They do that, use the phone once again. Alright, so when you wake up, right, the first 45 minutes or the first 1 hour, right, I know you're tempted to, read the news on your phone or whatever, right, or consume some sort of media via Instagram, or how many likes your photos got on Facebook or Instagram, or check your Twitter feed, etc., right? So for the first 45 minutes, my suggestion is don't touch your phone, right? When I say don't touch your phone, I don't literally mean don't touch your phone. I'm saying don't use any of the apps, at least for the first 45 minutes. I think so it's doable if you have kept that time aside for your health or for your longevity, basically, right? How can this be done, right? Get into a routine of working out or yoga or meditation, something, right, which helps you internally, right? So the first 45 minutes of your day should be dedicated to yourself and for your longevity in terms of your life, so that one day when you're in the hospital, you don't have to depend upon anyone, and hopefully you will never reach the hospital, right? Many years ago, a quick story, many years ago I had a couple of surgeries, and then I realized that I'm dependent on a lot of people to be there around me, etc. So I don't want to be dependent upon anyone, or yeah, that's the reason I started dedicating some of my time towards my health. For some of you that can be through yoga, but for me it's through working out, right? Uh, so yeah, first 45 minutes of the day dedicated to yourself. It may be I think so even reading is okay, right? If you want to read for the first 45 minutes of the day, if that's what you like, if unless it's like me, I'm a visual learner. For me, reading I find it boring. Although I do it sometimes, but I'm mostly a visual learner because I've identified my likes and dislikes in terms of consuming knowledge. Alright. So just to repeat, first thing is download the Forest app. The second thing is uninstall the Facebook app and keep the Messenger app. The third one is get a hobby. Fourth one is dedicate first 45 minutes of your day or 60 minutes of the day to yourself for your longevity and for your mental health. Right, trust me, it will take you many places. I hope you guys like this video. A little bit preachy, but I think so it's required in this day and age when we are so addicted to, scrolling down, touching, liking, subscribing, etc. Hey, but please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, right? It's so only through this channel that you're learning what to do and what not to do, right? Yeah, like anything in life, a particular thing can be good and bad, right? So social media does have its benefits and downsides, right? Instead of cribbing that this is bad and that is bad, why is it bad, etc., right? So I thought of these 4 techniques that will help you guys because it's helped me as well. So let me know what you felt about this video, and let me know your suggestions in the comments. Please like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell icon. Yeah guys, I guess catch you guys in the next video. Until then, keep it real.